Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So let's see what energies are coming towards us. Before we get started though, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all your love and support. You truly make me feel so blessed and I love you back. So Spirit, let's start with the oracles here. Spirit, what messages do we need to hear at this time? What energy is coming towards us, Virgos? Thank you. Okay, so right away, Spirit is reminding us this is the time to live life with both feet in. If you are committing to something, but you're kind of teetering due to self-doubt, really questioning if it's the right path, this is the time to commit fully to being here now. Put both feet in. Live your life to the fullest here, and more importantly, someone's in need of your love right now. This is the time to offer it to them. And so whether it's somebody that you know, whether it's an energy coming towards you, whether it's a family member, friends, there's somebody in need that's, more importantly, in need of the love that only you can bring, of that energy. And really what I get in this is like, this is the time really to pay it forward. Live life with the lessons that you've learned and share those with the world through your love, through your heart. You have something within you that is truly a blessing, but it's something that only you can offer. It's knowledge that only you hold. This is what's needed right now. This is what's truly called for at this time, or that's really compelling you at this time to really share your voice, share your story, and it's time to dive in with both feet in, or jump in, I should say. Dive in feet first. Anyway, but Spirit, help guide us. What energies are coming towards us here, especially with this energy, especially with this love that's needed from our story. Okay, so at this time, there could be a lack of ideas or difficulty focusing. You know, what I see in a lot of ways too with this is that there's this fear of failure, or also too this potential of conflict that's surrounding you at this time. This is the time really, especially when it comes to chaos and conflict, to lead with love. I tell you, you know, love is so underestimated, especially when things heat up, especially when the water is hot, right? It can be so healing, so calming, and also so disarming. And this is what I see in a lot of ways, your story. This is where you've had failures, you've had conflict. But what I really like, is the idea and the theory of really, when you're looking at energies, the theory of detachment, right? It's part of manifestation in a lot of ways. You visualize what you see, you ask for it, then you visualize living in that moment, living with that energy, and then you also let it go without expectation. This is the story that you've got for somebody. Somebody's holding on to things a little too closely, a little too tightly, where it's actually preventing them from really putting their heart out on their sleeve, putting their heart fully into their walk forward, into what they're doing. But most importantly, what I see is through that detachment, to live without fear of failure, to live without not caring what other people think, to put your whole heart into something. That's truly where our work towards our goals pay off. That's where rewards come in, not only for you, but through that vulnerability, through that emotion. It's needed and it's received so openly in all the ways that it's truly called to do in what it is. And so this is where, through your manifestations, what I also see coming in is rewards. There's financial gains. You've also been very patient. And like I say, there's been conflict, there's been arguments, there's been difficulty focusing. Thank you, Spirit. Lack of ideas, maybe especially because you're closing off that heart chakra. This is where new ideas come through when you open that heart up, when you live life with both feet in. New ideas are coming in, but it allows you to really walk forward with that youthful creativity, right? What I also see is, in a lot of ways, with the energy coming towards you at this time, is that there's absolutely insight that you're utilizing, that you're gaining from this, new information, new ideas that lead you with a purpose and a focus in your walk forward. But expect a message coming in. There is a cup coming in, and like I say, especially at the bottom of the deck here, it's like you're focusing on this lack mentality, or being overly guarded due to theft, due to deception, due to deceit, manipulation, sneakiness. This is where leaving that all behind and doing what you're meant to do anyway. That's what comes to coming together with the St. John's wort. This is where you're really developing the friendships, the reunions that are truly meant for you, that are truly of a healed heart, not of a toxicity that lives in lack. What I get in a lot of this is like, there are people that are around you that want what you have, but it's what you have within you. It's the energy, that spark within your heart, the desires, the go-getter, the purpose behind your actions, right? The passion behind your calling. People see that and they want that, even though I shouldn't say even though. What I'm getting most is it's because they've focused on material wealth, tangible aspects that truly are in some ways false prophets, false wishes, right? This is where you see you already have that wisdom of what true happiness comes from, of where you hold that happiness, where you hold that true attainment. And so maybe in the physical world, you might have less than some, less than the people that are trying to take, right? This is where instead you are spiritually full. That's what they see in you. That's the 9 of Cups. That's truly the success, but it also is the pleasure. And because of that spiritual wholeness that you have, because you are fulfilled in your contentment with your faith, with your strength, with your honesty, and standing in your truth, you're able to stand against criticism, right? You're able to fight the battles and preserve through them. You're untouchable when it comes to heartache. Traumas are trials. This is where you gained your wisdom, and that's the story that you have to tell. That's the story that's needed most. And more importantly here, this is where it's enabled you to ignite that inner spark that allows you and teaches you how to manifest with ease. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, share your thoughts more importantly on that. But either way, this is a beautiful energy, because what I see is you are one in a million. You have something within you that people spend lifetimes trying to search for. And whether you recognize it consciously or not, this is something that really, through your traumas, through your story, through your hardships, your resilience has turned those and recognized them for exactly what they are. They're trials, they're lessons along the way that allow us to connect with who we're truly meant to be, the enlightened self of our highest self that's always been waiting for us. And it's through activating those 15 senses that we have, right? You've got the 5 of the body, you've got the 5 of the soul, and you also have the 5 of the spirit. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about those as well, let me know in the comments below. I was debating on maybe doing like a playlist of like self-help options, tools that we have already within us that each and every one of us hold, but maybe haven't had the knowledge. We do it subconsciously instead, to really self-heal, to self-regulate, and to self-manifest, to call in what's truly meant for ours. And so if that resonates with you guys, if you guys are interested, share your thoughts. Let me know if you want me to start that, because it's kind of been a calling for me. I'm just saying. But with this 9 of Swords that's come out 50-50. So on one side, it's really, again, it talks about loss, right? It talks about those traumas. This is where we always have a choice between the two, and it really involves healing versus hurt, right? Hurt people, healed people help heal people. And through healing others, you heal the self, and vice versa. And if that resonates, like I say, put a heart in the comments below. Now, also, too, you could be dealing with a Gemini. But what I really see here with the 9 is that you're coming into achievement through this cycle. You're also coming into the end of a cycle. But what the 9 of Swords really speaks to is it's a 50-50 when it comes to learning how to walk through traumas with grace. grace, to recognize them as tests, as trials, or to be haunted by them. And it's only through being afraid of seeing and shining a light on those shadows that we instead unfortunately become haunted, or they tend to rule us. This is where they could cause those nightmares, living nightmares, walking nightmares, right? Especially too when it comes to failure, you could be unduly blaming the self, wearing the weight that wasn't meant to be yours. It also causes anxiety for wanting to truly jump in with both feet in the next time. This is where, by that detachment, not necessarily caring whether when you have detachment, failure isn't an option. It's not even in the forefront. You're doing something because you love it, because you can, because it's your gift. It's not failure. It's just one step, whether it be forward, backward, to the sides. Either way, you're in your calling and you're finding your way. And with each trial, with each piece of that, with each healed trauma, you obtain the wisdom that allows for control, that allows for regulation, that allows for the reduction of anxiety, right? It's that self-regulation that really helps us see the light that's truly meant for us and that's truly coming towards us, and lets us walk the path of healing. And this is truly your justice. This is standing in your integrity. This is recognizing that your truth truly is is equity. You know, what I always love most is ecology over economy, right? That's that equitable balance, especially when you're looking at humanitarianism simplicities, when you're looking at humanitarian karma. And so this is also where you're finding and putting and adding to that Libran balance of harmony. This is also where it's like you're recognizing that through these traumas, through these trials, there's two pieces to karma that come in, right? For every wrongdoing that comes towards you, yes, it has the opportunity to really close your throat chakra as well. But what it has even more is a payment of karma. So in a lot of ways, when somebody does something deceitful towards you, who wants to take, lie, steal from you, in some ways, they're actually paying some of your past life's karmas for you. On the other side of it, by choosing love, by choosing to go your path and not have that negative energy impact you, impact your choices, impact your ability to live life with both feet in and to keep doing what you do best, what you're called to do, and opening that throat chakra once again, in learning to listen and learning to speak and learning to walk by your story, your lessons, your wisdom, and to share that. That's where you enter the path of mastery with the 11. And this is really where this is where you have something that other people want, and it's because you're spiritually full. This is the spiritual insight, that intuition, in a lot of ways too, especially when it comes to different types of traumas and abuses. What it allows for you in a lot of ways is to help enlighten you and awaken you to become more sensitive. That's listening to your intuition, right? It helps you connect with that intuition so that you can recognize the signs, so that you can read people, see what energies are coming towards you. And this is where, too, again, it's your truth. This is what you're meant to share with people. This is where you're meant to commit fully to what you've been gifted with, the story that you've been gifted with, that's meant to be told. That's the love that you're meant to give in this world. And like I say, if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below, because I am talking to a master who has a story to tell, and this is about balancing those dualities. Transmuting the negativity with the polarity, but also recognizing that we need the dark in order to appreciate the light. Light shines brightest in the dark, and that is your story. That is your gift that you have to share with the world. This is the time where someone is in need of your love, and by offering it to them without expectation, by living life full with both feet in, this is your mastery. This is where you are standing in your justice. You're standing in your truth. But also, too, what I see in some ways, too, is if you've been wronged, this is your justice in the karmic courts, right? Spirit sees all. What's done in the dark always comes to light. And that is where your voice comes in. I'm just saying. Now, Spirit, help guide us with a few additional wisdoms here. Oh, thank you. I can't say anything more. Oh my gosh. This is wonderful. This is where you grow and walk the path of the high priestess. A lot of you are meant to be teachers, are meant to follow your intuition, but also to be that being of healing for others, to allow that safe space to help people with self-regulating so that they too can heal and walk and share their story just as much. This is also about, sharing the messages of the divine by connecting with your third eye. And as well, again, it's about that balance. It's about that wisdom. It's about that universal order that comes from the internal spark that's within all of us, that high priestess goddess. And again, it's about really embracing the mystery so that you can look at those traumas, recognize them as trials, and become the spiritual teacher that the world needs at this time. Now, and at the bottom of the deck, wow, I don't even have to ask. This is, again, it's about completions with the 9. This is also about your third eye. It's standing in that Virgo energy. In a lot of ways, too, Virgos are very old souls. It takes the strength to walk to walk the world alone, to sit comfortably with the self, because you're never truly alone, right? Spirit is always with you. And it's through that introspection, especially when it comes to traumas, to recognize where to receive guidance, where the work is needed, both internally as well as what you can offer. And it's through seeking that wisdom, it's through walking the path of the hermit, where we walk in solitude, we seek that reflection, we go within so that we can then recognize the path of healing and apply it in our lives, in our story, by embracing that heart chakra. It's not only about knowing that you're actively supported, you're never truly alone, but also paying that forward to those that need it most. For all the hearts out there that have been basically, in a lot of ways. So what comes to me in this synthesis, especially with the 3 of Swords, is, the question comes to mind of, like, can we heal a broken heart, right? Can we heal, quote unquote, broken people? And I don't, for the record, for me, I don't regard anyone as truly being broken. We all have traumas. We all have trials in our lives. It's how you walk forward in the healing that leads you to your greatness. But what I love most about the sayings of really looking at, can we truly heal a broken heart, is that there's 2 pieces to that, right? That's the as within, so without, as above, so below. And so in the 3D, as there's a broken heart, if we've had those traumas that have really caused those cracks, those power imbalances, by releasing that emotion, by understanding and embracing that heartache, that disappointment, the storm of the emotions that come with misunderstandings, loss, turmoil, and pain, as well as hardships, underneath that, the heart is whole. It's just a matter of mirroring them again. They've just been disillusioned or disconnected from each other. And so to really reflect on that, to embrace that wholeheartedness underneath that, to embrace that heart chakra, helps us with mending the heart that was cracked above. And if that resonates, like I say, share your thoughts in the comments below. Share your story, because what I see, what you're really, truly needed most for is, again, it's like we've got 5 fives, both with change, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Could have been dealing with a Scorpio, could also be dealing with a Taurus, but this is where it's like there's been a helplessness, hardships, financial difficulties even. You haven't had the easiest time with support. I'll just say that. There's been a lot of aspects too with your sacral chakra where it's really affected your creativity. Again, the sacral chakra really speaks to learning, and that the past, truly, the traumas are really, truly just trials. They prepare us for our futures. They prepare us for the 4 of Wands, to build those foundations and to ignite that inner fire that leads to our prosperity and our harvest. It leads to the stability and that peace, the inner peace that money frankly can't buy. That all the material wealth that we can try and produce and ask for and try and accumulate in our lives can't subdue, can't heal, can't put together. That's the spiritual fullness and wholeness that you have, that you've really called to. And so with the sacral energy, again, it really speaks to learning to recognize traumas as trials, but also to recognize that those past traumas are tools that allow you to move forward in your present everyday life, to live with both feet in. and to commit to fully being here. I'm just saying I absolutely have goosebumps right now. And like I say too, if that resonates, share your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, because certainly it'll help with getting this message out to more Virgos, for those that truly need to hear it and need to be lifted up by it. That way we can give the love that's needed most freely and fully on this channel as well. Now, Spirit, help us with some additional wisdoms and insights from our ancestors here and from our spirit animals. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a lot. Not complaining, just saying. Okay, let's spread all these out. So first things first, I mean, this is where it's like Spirit is reminding you, you have free will in this life. Every step is your personal choice. This is the time to really look, close your eyes and look with your third eye. What animal do you imagine? What animal do you embody with the strengths and the wisdoms that they share? This is the time to embrace those qualities and live life with both feet in, because you truly are the shaman with the raven. You are the creator. You are the magician. This is the time to use your wisdom and your words and connect with the element spirits, because you're the keeper of mysteries and your wisdom is meant to help heal the world. And sing your song. Like I say, this is your inner navigation. It'll always guide you. Your soul always knows the way. It's the time to align with your purpose and your power, because you are the mystic. This is where it's like you acknowledge, know that challenges, trials, traumas, they make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. This is the time also to embrace your psychic abilities, because you carry the shaman within. But also recognize that your body needs time to rest. Your mind needs time to dream and to renew your strength with that third eye, to dream as big as the universe and put that energy back into your community, because you indeed are a powerful creator. You create the life you live. This is the time to also be open to receiving the sweetness that's truly meant for you, because your work blesses everything you touch. You are meant to do greatness in this life, and it's through your love. It's through jumping in and sharing your story in all its strengths, in all its trials, so that you can lift others up at the time that they need it most through the power of love. I love it. I just love it. Now, before we go, I do just want to look at our major arcana. For anyone that does music medicine, music therapy, color therapy, it is so incredibly powerful because, right, everything is vibration. Everything is frequency. And so what we pulled here is the D, the F, the G sharp, and the F sharp. And then color therapy-wise, what we've got is 2 lime greens. Could be because it's spring, no pressure. And then we also have orange and indigo. And so this truly is where it's like you are an indigo child and you've got the originality. You've got that sacral energy within you that allows you to share those wisdoms with the world, to use the tools that you can only acquire through the story that you have led on your path. And then with the lime greens, that is all about that heart chakra. It's all about new beginnings, fresh growth from seedlings. What you plant, what you water with love grows. And so I truly hope that this reading helps. I'm sending all my love and light to you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.